Hi, everybody. Today we have with us Preksha, who is a coach for social media managers. She is doing amazing in her professional and personal life. After joining Sukriti Reddy Academy, there is a transformation which she's going to speak about. So, Preksha, we are excited to know your story, and I am really excited for people to take a lot of value from your story.
Thank you so much, Sakriti, for calling me here. I'm so glad. I'm happy that if I can add some kind of value even in single person's life, I'll be like so happy about it.
Of course, I'm very sure that through your story, a lot of lives are going to change, not just single life, but a lot many lives. So, Preksha, to start with, I just want you to highlight what challenges you were facing when you reached out to me or we got connected.
Okay. So firstly, I'll just say how we got connected. So I used to work with someone and I was invited to attend an event. And there I met Sukriti. She was talking about her story, and I literally had tears in my eyes when she was narrating her story. And I could sense that she noticed me and she saw that, okay, I was like a little uncomfortable and I had tears in my eyes. And then after that, once the entire event got over, we started chatting, and that's when we connected. And I realized that it's like we both are like similar people. She is also an empath, and I'm like very emotional person. So we connected really well. So at that point of time, we just connected, but then later, so after the event got over, we got busy in our lives, and then later, I was not feeling that great. Like I had certain issues, I was struggling with something personally. So I reached out to Sukriti for her help, and that's how like I got into Sukriti Rally Academy, and from there it's like totally it has really changed me. I'm like a lot better person. I am doing much better personally, and also it has reflected in my professional life as well. So yeah. So biggest challenge that I was struggling with was my personal life. Like I am an emotional person, as I said, and I'm an overthinker. There had been certain fears which were like not letting me come out of my shell. And that is the reason I reached out for help, because I had seen so many success stories on her account, and that inspired me to take action and change my lives as well.
That's amazing, Preksha, that the first step that you took was to reach out for help because there are a lot of people who don't even reach out for help, or even if they reach out, they again take a step back. So kudos to you that this time you just said that I want to go all in and I want to change my life. And I have seen that before and after, so I can tell you that you are a complete different version of you. I have told you before as well that your energy is so light right now that things are coming towards you. I'm sure that it's not hustling, because when we connected for the first time through that event, I saw that you were hustling. You were in your personal life also and in your professional life also, you were hustling. You were just trying to give your 100%, not just 100, 200% to get out the results, and to get to live this kind of life where you are at peace, where you are happy, where you are not in the past or in the future, right? So
Yeah.
you mentioned that you were going through some challenges, and the specific challenges were fears, right? So do you want to put some light on that, what kind of fears you had?
Yeah. So the thing is, the main fear was like taking a stand for myself. I thought like whenever if I have to take a stand, I might end up hurting someone else. But then I realized, like working with Sukriti, I realized that their reactions or anything is not in my control. I just need to be aware of what I am feeling. I need to put it out there and not think of what other people will be thinking if I'm like expressing myself. So that was the biggest fear I feel like I had, like standing up for myself. That was I mean, how can I say this? Like all the other fears actually rooted from this fear. So like I just want to talk about this one because yeah, like this one was something that really, like I am right now, I am someone who is taking stand for myself. Like I can so I just to like tell you here now. So I have like booked for an international trip. Otherwise, pehle I would have never even like thought about doing it, like going with a friend. And otherwise, pehle to I would have karke what will my mom will say, like dad will say they won't allow me. Should I do it? Should I not? All those kind of questions would have like come into my mind. But right now, I have like okay, no, this is the life I want to live it. No matter what they want to think, but I'll go because I'm not taking anything from them. It's my own money, so I'll spend the way I like. So yeah.
That's so amazing. And from your story, and because I have been through that same journey, and I know there are a lot of girls who are specifically going through this journey. I'm not just journalizing it with women, but men also go through these journey where, this kind of journey where they are just holding themselves back because they have this fear that, if I will live the kind of life that I want to live, it means that I have to hurt somebody, which is not true, right? And you said that you had this fear. So what made you come out of this fear that it's okay to take a stand because I am not doing anything wrong? So what was
Yeah.
that point where you realized that I am holding myself back?
Hmm. So basically, obviously, the modules that you had in the academy, it really helped me. Like the mindset shifts that I had through them was really amazing. And plus the coaching calls that you used to take. And in those coaching calls, I used to feel, and you used to dig deep into those pain points and used to ask me to like journal. I know I had like I used to struggle to journal things out, but see, I mean, I feel it works differently for different people. But what made me realize is that seeing other people, like there were other people in the calls and how they had transformed and what were their journeys. So, like looking at them, I realized no, it is the time to take action for myself and to stand up for myself. Otherwise, life will slip by and I'll not be able to do what I wanted to do. So yeah, and I realized that if people have problems, live like problems in me living my life as per my own terms, then it's their problem, not mine. They have their own traumas. And I'm not saying that they are wrong at their place, but they have also been conditioned and brought up in a certain manner. But I cannot help them, but I can take care of myself. So that was the turning point.
Absolutely, that's amazing. And Pritcha, do you think that now that you are taking stand for yourself, people are also okay with you living the kind of life that you want to live? Is it
Yeah, I'm
visible?
seeing less like what do you say, obstacles from there and like how do I say this? Less in terms of like they're not mm, I'm not getting that word. So earlier
Not
they
showing
used
any resistance, you mean?
yeah,
They're okay,
exactly.
they are calm, they are
Yeah,
not
yeah,
questioning you, they are believing in you more, right?
yeah,
Because you
yeah.
are believing in yourself.
Yeah. So my mom was like, okay, it's your money, do whatever you want to do. But I'll tell you certain points, you have to take care of those points. Other than that, it's like you can do whatever you want because it's your money. So otherwise, I would have like never even imagined going up and speaking to her about this. Like, "Karke, no, I want to do this. Should I? Otherwise, I would have just stayed in my head. I would have created different scenarios in my head, saying, okay, this might would have happened. My mom would have said no, or maybe she'll not let me go, or she might have like I can't tell you like 100 different scenarios would have come on my like in my mind. And but I'm glad that I'm over it now. I don't overthink as such. I'm not saying that I don't like at all, but yeah, I don't dwell into it. I am not
You're
the
aware
same
about it. Whenever
person.
you're
Yeah,
getting into
yeah,
overthinking, you are aware that, oh, now I'm
yeah.
going back to the same loop. I have to come out of it.
Come out of it. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's amazing. So, how long did it take for you to, come out of this pattern? And before that, I also want to know, since how many years were you stuck in this situation?
Stuck in the same situation. I think it's from like my childhood. I have seen certain things, like I have had experiences in my childhood from which I had developed this pattern. So, and it was a pattern which used to like, it was like a vicious cycle. So it used to repeat in every single situation, not in just like one situation, be it in any different relationship that I have. The same pattern used to like repeat itself. I used to like, even if like even this like slightest of obstacle would have come in my way, I would have blown up out of proportion it in my head, and I would not even do with the things that I wanted to do. So yeah, it has like so you can say it's like since childhood the entire pattern that has been created, and it took around 3 to 4 months, I would say, to come out of it, like to really acknowledge, okay, yes, I was struggling with it, because that's the most difficult part, to admit to yourself and to sit with yourself and to understand, okay, yes, these are the things that might have like occurred in the past, and these are the things that's still triggering me. So yeah, it was like a 3 to 4 months of healing journey, I would say.
Right. So, Preksha, with that, I have another question from you that I do remember that at some point you had told me that, Sukriti, these are childhood patterns and it will take some time for me to, change these patterns. It won't happen. Healing won't happen quickly, right? It takes time. So, how does it feel now? Because I know that I think it was on the first call that we had this conversation, and I told you that, no, it's not gonna take long. So now that you have already experienced that, healing doesn't take that long. It doesn't mean that if you are suffering since last 20 years, it will take another 20 years for you to heal, right? In your own words, you have healed in 3 to 4 months, right? So how does it feel? And what do you want to tell to other people who have this same conditioning, that if you have gone through some difficult experiences and it's been years that you're going through that, it will take years for you to heal yourself?
Mm. That's not true. Like I'm almost 31, 31, 32, and till now I had like those patterns, those traumas with me. But then as I said, it took me 3 to 4 months. So the thing is, it's in your head. Like I said, I have always been in my head. So I had created this thing up in my head that it will take me at least this much of time. But the thing is, it doesn't. If when you like want to come out of it, you can come out of it like that. But it's just that you need to condition yourself, you need to train yourself that way, and it can happen like within one day as well, 1 week as well. It depends, totally depends on you, how much efforts you are putting in, and how like how important it is for you to come out of that situation.
Right, right. Very well said. And acceptance is the part. When the
Yeah.
moment you accepted that, yes, this has been my journey and now I want to change it, healing happens then and there. It's an instant thing, right? So you mentioned that it's about you, how you condition your mind, right? So, what is there anything specific that you did that helped you condition your mind and you could come out of that situation in 3 to 4 months?
Okay. So I remember you telling me to journal things out, but I had like a really tough time journaling things out. I'll be honest, I still don't journal. I don't know. I don't connect with it as such. Maybe it's like some people might be able to connect with it, some people can, but what I do is I sit with myself. I ask, like I basically, if like today, say for example, so what I'll do is, I before going to sleep, I'll just scan my entire day, and I'll see what I did, like what were the things that made me happy, what were the things that didn't make me happy, and I would sit with myself, give time to it, and the things that did not work out in my favor, I would think why it did not work out, and then what could have I done so that it could have worked in my favor. So that is something that I do, and also I do visualization that has really helped me. So before going to sleep, I have an app, so it has like certain affirmations. So I can add certain affirmations from my end as well. And I remember you telling me that if you wanted like clients who really see the worth and they are willing to pay what you want them to, then you need to list down the qualities of the clients basically that way. So I had actually like incorporated those qualities and put them into like affirmations as well. And I'm also doing that myself. Like if I want certain kind of client, like who pays my worth, then when I'm also investing in something, so I make sure that I'm not like questioning their expertise. So that has helped. And plus morning walks. Like I realized, like when speaking with you, I realized that I have not like I mean I because I'm a freelancer and I work from home, I don't really go out as often. And I used to whenever I used to go out, I used to go out in the evenings or at night, like after my dinner, I used to walk and everything. But you asked me to know change that thing and go in the morning because sun like see when sun is rising it's like the beginning of something new, right? And that you explained it to me that and when you go out in the night it's like already it's like dark, something like sun has set, so it's like what do you say, it's like the end of something, right?
Right.
So changing that pattern might change your life. So that I feel has really worked. So from that day onwards, I've tried to go on morning walks as much as I can. So I might not be like really consistent with it, but I make sure that I do it. So I do at least 15 to 20 days every single month. So that has really changed.
That's amazing. It's so wonderful. And I do remember this conversation that we had about sunset and sunrise.
Yeah.
I told you, you said that I fascin sunset mesmerizes me, right? Something
Yeah.
like that you
Yeah.
had told me.
Yeah.
And I told you that, is there any specific reason? And you said, no, I just love it. I just feel like something is ending. And I told you that, you are so focused on ending, on the idea of ending, that beginnings are not coming in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yes, that was one of the breakthrough moments for you. And
Yeah.
I do remember after that, yes, you had started walking in the morning. And that's how, do you think that that is how your,
Energy
have started
shifted.
a
Yeah.
new beginning in your life?
Yeah. Yeah, my energy shifted. I became a more positive person.
Mhm.
I, so like I said, I used to think that sunsets can be beautiful. I had told you that. But then I realized no, sunrises, beginnings can also be beautiful, not just endings.
Yeah.
So I think that has helped me to shift my perspective.
Right, right. That's so amazing. So, with that, what kind of achievements you had? What kind of breakthroughs in terms of materialistic achievements did you get when you started working on yourself? Because I do remember you were actually working with somebody else already when you had started working with me, right? So, I just first want to understand what was your breakthrough? What kind of achievements did you, attract towards yourself?
Definitely more money, like abundance in terms of my business. Because I remember when we started, like when we were working together, I lost a couple of clients and my average dropped. But now again, I'm back to six figures. So that has shifted. And also my perspective on like looking at certain things, like I was hesitant to try out new things, but now, like to few things in the business specifically to try out new things. But now that I have like my energy shifted, I was like, no, I'll find a way to do this, even if like I don't enjoy it. So I figured out a way to do it, and it is reaping me benefits. And I have like signed a client through that as well. And I see that a lot of people are reaching out. I'm getting referrals as well. So yeah, in terms of like materialistic things, and obviously when money comes to you buy different stuff. So I have invested a lot in myself. I bought gold for myself. I even bought gold for my family. So yeah.
That's beautiful. And you are going on your first international trip
Yeah.
also. That's beautiful.
Like,
That's so
not,
amazing.
it's not my first international trip. I've been with my parents, but this is the first one with my friends.
That's amazing. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. So, when you said that, things shifted for you, money started coming in, and you also mentioned that, when we started working immediately, I do remember immediately you had started losing the clients, and I had told you that, Preksha, now that you are upgrading yourself, now that you are becoming a higher version of you, people who resonate with the old version are going to go out of your life, right? And I had also mentioned you that, increase your prices.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you think that it was a good thing that those clients just went off? Because
Yes.
when you upgrade, not everybody upgrades with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So this also has shifted. Like, earlier, I used to feel whenever I used to lose a client, I used to like think that, I mean, I used to get disappointed and I used to feel, okay, why did I like lost a client? But now I feel that, okay, this person has left. It's okay, something better is coming my way. I'm sure universe is giving me something better than this. So yeah, that's the major shift.
That's amazing. And do you think that the number of clients and the kind of clients that you are working, the quality, I mean, it's better than what you were working before?
Yeah, absolutely.
People are not asking for discounts. Even if in case they are asking for discounts, you are not lowering your worth because you
Yeah,
now know what you are worth of.
yes, absolutely.
That's crazy. I mean, it's amazing. I'm sure that people who are going to watch this and who are aligning with the idea that, just because we want to convert a client, let me just give a discount, let me just convince that client, your journey and your story will tell them that no, they don't have to do it. They just have to wait for their kind of client, their own tribe, so that
Yeah,
money also flows in and a good experience to work with clients also comes in, right?
yes,
And
absolutely.
along with that, do you think that you hustle less as compared to what you were hustling before?
Yeah, so I hired another team member as well. So I have less tasks at my end and I have delegated my tasks to the team. So yes, absolutely, I am hustling less and making more money.
That's so amazing. So, one thing that I want to know from you, Preksha, is that you were already working with somebody while we started working, right? And you had mentioned that your money is going out every month towards that coaching, right? In the same space, in the mindset space,
Yeah.
mindset and manifestation space. So, what do you think didn't work out for you there and worked out for you here, um, as compared to, I mean, what I mean to ask you is that what made you give money there also? Because I know that you were working for a year with that person or that academy. And in the middle of that, you just decided to, invest in Supriti Reddy Academy, right? So what didn't work
Yeah.
out there and what worked out for you here? What is that
I think the
one difference?
personalization, because there, and also the personalization plus like instant responses, I would say. Like, earlier, when I was working with someone else, the only problem that I had, that say, for example, I'm overthinking a few things today and I'm messaging that person, okay, these are the things that I'm struggling with. And if the person replies to me after 2, 3 days, then it doesn't work. I need the reply that day itself. Otherwise, I have already been like, I would have like gone into like the darkest of holes. So that doesn't make sense. So what really stood out for me was that your instant replies, and you used to send voice notes as well. I remember you used to like send voice notes in the night as well, around 11:30 p.m. as well. So that was something I really appreciated.
Right. And apart from that, do you think community also played a role in your
Yeah,
transformation?
yeah. Like I mentioned, like as I saw other people, I used to see how other people have taken charge of their life, how difficult their journey had been, but how they are thriving now. So that also really helps and motivates you to like do well for yourself and take action so that you can change your life as well.
And do you think that it was difficult for you to open up yourself in front of the community? Because I remember on the first call you said that, Sukriti, I am not comfortable opening up about my life in front of so many people, right? So do you think when we started working, you had that comfort zone to open up about your own, darkest phase of your lives in front of them?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Like I had this limiting belief that I was not open, like I was not really open to sharing my entire situation with everyone out there. But when I used to see other people sharing it and getting like the kind of responses you get from the community as well, that's also like really motivating, and a lot of other people as well cheer for you. So that's like you have that community ka energy. So that also helps in like when you, how do I say this? Mm, so when you are a single person, you can only have like your own energy, but you have like when there are different people in the community, their energy also affects you. So if they are positive, you also start feeling positive, and the so you also raise your frequency and you can get to their frequency as well.
Right, right. So you mean to say that collective energy plays a role, right?
Yeah,
If the
yes.
collective energy is low, everybody's talking about the problems, not taking care of each other,
Yeah.
then it won't make sense. But if people are coming together and if there is one person who is feeling low, but there are 10 more people who are feeling positive,
Feeling positive.
automatically that person's energy would get triggered to be positive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. That's amazing. So, anything else, Preksha, that you would like to tell our audience which worked for you, which was your aha moment, or anything that you think would add value in people's life?
I, like I said, see, my aha moment was that, like, I used to feel that sunsets were beautiful. I never thought that beginnings can also be beautiful. So that was like my aha moment. And whatever, like, if you're struggling in your life, I would say that it's your own duty to, I mean, come out of it. So if you are like on the verge of not on the verge of like giving up, I would say please ask for help from anyone and reach out. I mean, you can reach out to Sukriti as well. Like you have already learned, I mean, heard my experience. So you know how she played a vital role in my transformation. So that is what my message is. And never give up on yourself, I would say.
That's a beautiful message, and it's very apt because nowadays, in last 3 to 4 days, I have come across people who are not ready to seek help. They are living in their own bubble that I am going to fix everything, and it's been years that they are stuck in the same situation, and still they are not breaking their own walls that they have created, that they need help. So I think this message is very, very important, and it has come out at the right time because people need
Yeah.
to understand. When I was going through my journey, I also seeked help. Even when my mind kept on telling me that this is life, I have to be strong. No, I don't have to be strong all the times. I
Yeah,
can be vulnerable. I can reach out to people who have been through this journey and who have overcome it. Because these are the people who are going to understand what I am feeling in that particular moment. It's not always about family and friends who are going to understand. It's
absolutely.
that one person who has gone through that journey and has overcome it, who is going
Yeah,
to understand and handhold you.
yeah,
So that's a beautiful message, Preksha. And yeah, with that, we have come towards the end of this interview. If you have to rate your experience on the scale of 0 to 10, working, I mean, being inside Sukriti Reddy Academy, how much would you rate and why? I haven't asked this question to anybody, but I don't know why I asked you. But let's just see where we stand.
okay, definitely a 10 on 10. Like I said, there has been, so as I said, there had been resistance from my end in the starting. So that might have delayed my progress, my transformation. But as soon as I realized that it's coming from my end and not from that side, that is when like I transformed my self, and I'm like a lot better person. And definitely, Sukriti, you have played like a vital role in it. I mean, there are certain things that stick with you, like, and this Sunset wala thing I'll never forget. Sunset sunrise wala thing, because I know I had always been fascinated with sunsets. I still love sunsets, but I never saw it from your perspective, like the way you explained it to me. So that is something I feel I'll take on with me till my end of life. So that's what I would feel like. It has been a beautiful journey with you.
That's a beautiful thing to hear from you, Preksha. And I'm so happy that we have come so far and you have transformed your life. Now there is no looking back. Now you are going to grow in leaps and bounds, and everything that you want, you will not be hustling for it because now you know how to attract, how to be magnet to things.
Yeah.
You have expanded your team. I wish you all the best. Keep on expanding, keep on making more revenue. And this is your year to make seven figures for sure because the kind of work that you do, the passion that you have for your work, it's amazing, and you deserve seven figures, eight figures, and much more than that. No, I mean there is no limit to that.
Yeah.
And keep on taking your trips, keep on buying, keep on making luxury your new normal.
Yeah.
And yeah, in your personal life also keep on progressing and having a beautiful life. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Sukriti, for your beautiful words.